She said, put something funny on. So I put a WNBA game on. I'm still trying to figure out who the Caitlin Clark dude is. I don't know. Sweet. I grew up in a really Baptist household, which is just a really nice way of saying I grew up poor as fuck. Yeah. Really poor. You can tell. Like, and dirty. Sweet. This is for you, dude. I can tell. I read the room. I grew up like, you know, in my first introduction to cowboy culture was with Brokeback Mountain, right? So my entire life, my entire fucking life, I assumed that all cowboys were gay, right? It's just fair. That's just fair. And so recently, my buddy told me that's a stupid thing to say because George Strait, he's the king of country music, right? He also used to be a cowboy. And there's no way in hell that George Strait is gay, right? I mean, it's in his name, George. But, hear me out, dude. This is for you, okay? If I had to pick anybody in the world to butt fuck, it would be George Strait. You know what I mean? Fuck it, right? Yeah, that's what I said when I wrote it. I was like, who is this fucking guy talking about fucking George Strait? I don't know. You guys know those Ridge chips at the dollar store? Yeah, they don't really taste like crackers and they don't really taste like chips either. It's kind of like the perfect in between, right? That's what I like to assume transgender pussy tastes like. Well, hear me out. If you're ever down in a pit, well, fuck it. And who's counting? You know, eat it anyway. I'm a big boy. When I wrote that joke, I wrote it as the Impossible Burger from Burger King. Yeah, but you know what I mean, man. That's stupid. The Impossible Burger's a juicy treat. And I just don't think transgender pussy gets all that wet. I can't imagine.
So what's it taste like?
like rich chips, kind of airy, kind of not real. Perfect in between. I was going to write a follow-up joke about transgender dick, but let's be honest, guys. There's nothing funny about a chick with a dick. You know what I mean? That's disturbing. It's awful. My dad liked him. I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm good. Christmas is coming up. My favorite Christmas memory. I turned 14 years old, right? My dad picked me up with my grandpa, and he told me it was time to become a man. So they took me to get my first prostitute. I got the family discount and everything. It was just really hard to, you know, perform for my aunt, and I felt bad. They wasted a lot of money. Yeah. And she's pretty, you know. She's pretty. She was pretty. Yeah. Most of my family's unhealthy like me, except for that aunt. You know, she was always in the gym. She never smoked, never drank, and she always ate her vegetables. And now she's a vegetable, so I guess you are what you eat, right? Yeah. I don't think anybody eats her. I wouldn't. That bitch don't bathe, dude. She's in a chair. That shit's satin, you know what I mean? Well, that's why we're family. Well, no, mine's by choice. Hers is like she asked, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. You can sit in that chair, Tamina. Anyway. Kind of got me thinking when she had the stroke, right? Hollywood really loves sitcoms and reboots. We can call this one 2.5 Bitches because my aunt, after the stroke, moved in with my grandma, and my grandma was a little bit older, just a little bit more wild. So my sister decided to move in and help them both out. So 2.5 isn't like my aunt's the half. The bitches are the two of them. Yeah. They said no religion jokes, so I won't go there. I had a fun one, but I won't do it. I won't do it tonight. I won't do it. I was waiting. I was hoping you would be like, do it. And I was like, awesome, sweet. So here it is, but I won't do it. What about you, sir? You're like, do it. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't want to do it. No. Do it. They say like,
Do it.
all right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And everybody says Jesus is like so great, or God's so great because he sacrificed his only son, Jesus, for our sins, right? His only son. I slip Plan Bs into my Pro drink regularly. I don't, and he's a saint. I think I'm a martyr, dude. I've gotten rid of at least 14 sons, you know? At least, you know. Just saying. That's why me and Susie get along so well. Yeah, hell yeah. Sweet, this is fun. How are you guys doing tonight? I like this dude. He's handsome as fuck. Oh yeah. He's married. I'm sorry, he's not handsome. Not too handsome, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit more than I'll get out of here for you guys. The other day, my buddy picked me up. When you live in South Bend, there's not too much you can do for fun. So he said, let's go smoke some joints at the local park, right? Fuck it. Everything was going smooth. We finished the first joint. He's like, hey, dude, roll another one. So I started twisting it up. Then a cop pulled up behind us. So he hit everything he could, and I figured I'd be a good friend and try to stick the roller up my ass. But it didn't fit. It didn't, dude. I promise. So then I thought to myself, right? He was in the Navy. It should fit up his ass, right? It didn't. It did not. So you know what I did? I just kind of like ate that shit directly out of the roller. Yeah. Did I eat my friend's ass? Yeah, I did. It's fucked up. His wife doesn't like that joke. She's like, Ty, you gotta be careful what you put in your body, you know? She's like, I am very careful with what I put in mine. Which, she treats hers like a temple sometimes, and I do believe her, because she lets a lot of guys come inside of her. Regularly, dude. It's whenever, right? It doesn't matter. She lets it happen. She's a... Jesus. She couldn't be a sperm bank. That's disgusting. Gross. I like this lady. I'm going home with her tonight. Sweet. It's alright, have fun. Sweet. It's gonna be a fucking good time. I like to support local business. That's one of my hobbies. My fiance's not a big fan of it though. She keeps getting mad that I pay her sister for sex. I'm just trying to give back, dude. One hoe at a time, you know? So stupid. She needs to get over it, right? Fun fact about me, you guys may not know. Crinker knew it. I wouldn't say I'm like an avid collector or anything, but I definitely dabble in STDs. Yeah, I'm kind of like that Pokemon trainer, right? That catches you right outside of the cave. You got low HP, you're trying to get to the Pokemon Center, and he's got 3 Zubats. But instead of Zubats, I just have herpes. What's ironic? Yeah, no, it burns. What's ironic about that is I actually had an audition for a herpes commercial, and they told me I wasn't a good fit. They're like, you're not a rock climber. And I'm like, oh yeah, but I have the one thing you fucking need. Like, it's... Motherfucker. Fuck that shit. I don't get it. I know what you're thinking. You were like, you said 3 Zubats. That doesn't make sense. That's how many bumps I have on my penis right now. Yeah, it's bad. It burns. It's not fun. Sweet. Just like any young man starting the green, I'm sure you can relate to this. I really wanted my dad's approval growing up. Like, it's the only thing that mattered to me. You know, I wanted him to say, love me, he was proud. Never got it. So I decided to go out for football. That would work, right? This motherfucker didn't come to a single game until the last game of the season, right? Which, ironically enough, is the game I got to play in. And afterward, he came up to me and he was crying. He said, Ty, I love you so much. This is the best day of my life. And honestly, it was the best day of my life as well. And then my alarm went off. I told my therapist that joke, and she was like, I don't know, it sounds like you have daddy issues. But I like to think that the only issue I really have with him is that he's dead, you know what I mean? Everything else is cool. It's okay, you can laugh. When he died, he decided to leave me his house. We didn't have a great relationship, so I'm confused how he knew that I've always wanted a broke down 1988 Chevy van. Dude, I was gonna keep that van, but I work in the schools, man. Susie's there. I'm not gonna quit the school, you know? We got a real thing. She don't keep those fucking kids, man. And so I'm gonna stay at the school, you know? Fuck that van. So I decided to fly down to Florida and clean it out. Dude, we found so many fucked up things in that van. Between the peanut butter, the boner pills, and the needles, I was really disturbed. Mainly because I had no idea my dad was diabetic this entire time. Yeah. My mom always referred to my dad as Hitler growing up, and I hated that analogy. That's stupid. Everybody knows Hitler paid his gas bill. Scott left, dude. We were cold. There were 6 of us. You know how we kept warm? We just opened the stove and just bake right by that motherfucker, dude. We'd start cooking. It was fun. Yes. I've been working on an impression of my dad. I feel like I share with you guys. I know you'll get a kick out of it. For that impression to work, I gotta sit in this van for like 3 days just fucking cooking, dude. It smells really bad. It stinks. Sweet. I feel like that's kind of why Harry Potter resonates with me so much right now, right? You know, like Harry has a dead dad. I have a dead dad, right? Harry's got a dead mom. Well, my mom's not dead, but that bitch is dead too. You know what I mean? I cannot stand her, dude. Yeah. I do love her, but the other day she asked me to help her lose some weight, right? And as her son, I should be honest with her, right? And you guys, the only thing my mom has ever been good at losing is custody of her kids, you know? All of us have seen the system, man, every one of us. But my mom is pregnant again with her 8th child. Hell yeah. I know what you're thinking, Ty, this one's gonna see the system too, right? No, I'm gonna be a really good dad. Yeah. Told you I love my mom, you know, it's a love-hate relationship. That's fun. My mom played both roles growing up. She played the father and the mother, which makes a lot of sense because she's a hermaphrodite. Yes, look it up. Do you want me to explain it? I don't want to. It's my mom. It's just, when you Google her, it's just a picture of Jabba the Hutt. Yeah. All right, I'll get out of here in a second now. I said that a minute ago, but fun fact about me before I leave is I have 5 dogs. I know what you're fucking thinking, dude. You're like, what are you gonna do with all those dogs, man? You got 2, I've got 5. Not peanut butter, but you're good there. I just, with the way the economy's going and shit, man, I can't fathom an apocalypse without some kind of orange chicken, you know? Yeah, that you said that's cats. I don't know, cats got a more distinguished taste, you know what I mean? I would know because I love eating pussy. And my mom comes home every time I get done and she's like, why the fuck is Mittens gone? It's the 3rd cat, Ty. That's more of like Szechuan chicken, you know what I mean? It's got a little bit more twang to it. It's not orange chicken. Sesame chicken, yeah. Chicken's dog, beef is cat in Chinese culture. I know what you're thinking. You're like, you're Asian? No. I'm just overweight and stoned. I was out back getting high, dude. I was thinking about my dogs, man. They're delicious. I do have 5 dogs, man. I don't get small dogs. They're fucking annoying, right? They're yippy. They always biting at your ankle. They're annoying. I get big dogs. Because big dogs put up way more of a fight when you're trying to fuck them, you know? Yeah. I want to feel something, right? No. Sweet. I love animals. I do love animals. My favorite animal is the dog, obviously. And not for what you think, because it's man's best friend. And on the plus side, the pussy ain't bad. I mean, it is what it is. A sheep? I'm not Arabic. My brother is Arabic, and he hates that joke. He's like, oh, I don't fuck goats and sheep. He just fucks dogs, too. You know what I mean? It's a family thing. Keep it in the family. Sweet. I do love animals, so it bothers me that scientists are saying reptiles don't have emotions. That's stupid. Anytime I go to the local truck stop, dude, them lot lizards are so happy to see me, dude. I love them. Yeah. I do love animals. I love them. So it bothers me that we keep referring to cops as pigs, you guys. That's stupid. That is wrong. Any cop I've ever blown does not taste like bacon. No, bro, it just tastes like dick. And that's kind of an acquired taste, not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? I'm good. Awesome. That was fun. Thank you guys. My name's Ty Mead. Give it up for yourself. I'm going home with that white-haired lady over there. She is